Pro Football Weekly is previewing the offseason for all 32 teams. Right now, we're in the NFC North with the Minnesota Vikings. Eric, a pretty disappointing year in Leslie Frazier's first season as the head coach. With many things they need in this offseason, what is their top need?
You know, it was interesting. I think if you watched last year, you would have said the secondary is the biggest disaster. That was the area of the team that gave them the most problems. But I'm going to go instead with left tackle. I'm not saying corner isn't a need or safety too, but I think with that number 3 draft pick, that's where you start. You start looking at the left tackles because if you take Christian Ponder with the 12th pick in the draft, you've got to protect him. If you've got your best asset in Adrian Peterson, you've got to be able to have somebody who can block for him. You know, Charlie Johns did an admirable job. He just isn't a left tackle. He should be left guard if Steve Hutchinson leaves. So I expect them to look for that franchise guy near the top of the draft.
And they had that for so long along the left side with McKinney and Hutchinson.
Yeah.
And then it's just now McKinney leaves, he goes to Baltimore, and they can't really find the replacement. They need help there. How will the health of Adrian Peterson as he tries to recover from that injury affect their offseason program?
Yeah, torn ACL. I mean, his schedule's going to be pretty tight up against the season. He may not start running until August. And we've seen guys with this ACL not have that great year the first year back. It takes them an extra year. Wes Welker, guys like that, especially for a running back who's driving and planting off that leg and taking such a pounding. You know he's going to get hit there through the season. So I think they have to get insurance, especially because Toby Gerhart also is coming off an MCL. So, you know, you've got your top 2 running backs, and Gerhart looked pretty good at the end of the year. Coming off knee injuries, they don't have much beyond that. They probably have to draft a guy, may have to bring in a free agent or swing a trade or something. Otherwise, you're looking at guys like Caleb King and Jordan Todman and Lorenzo Booker. It's just kind of thin right there. It
was like the one thing they had going for him last year was Adrian Peterson. Now that's even a question mark heading into 2012. Now Christian Ponder, it's his first full year starting. Is he ready to take control of this team?
Caught an awkward situation last year. Probably would have been the opening day starter had they not swung that trade for Donovan McNabb. But McNabb was the starter. He took over and looked pretty good the first couple starts, but really declined from there. Didn't show any kind of real progress there. That was the most frustrating part. But now that he's got OTAs and mini camps, now he's going to get those 1,000 to 1,500 snaps, those mental reps and those physical reps to go with it, to build chemistry with the receivers. Invaluable. This is something that all the lockout guys lost out on last year. And I think Ponder will take a step. He's a tough kid and he's smart. Vikings like him a lot.
Yeah, it seems like he was put in such a tough situation. He handled it pretty well, given all of the circumstances. That's a preview of the offseason for the Minnesota Vikings. For the best coverage of the league, check us out at ProFootballWeekly.com.
It's never too early to start thinking about the NFL Draft, and Pro Football Weekly's new draft database has you covered. Check out updated player rankings for over 750 prospects and our exclusive PFW Stock Watch. Just go to the Draft tab at ProFootballWeekly.com.